That is the international sound for feed me. So we are feeding the Highland cows this morning. These are the young ones, but they've really had a growth spurt, some of them this year. So probably ready for the bull next year, which is good, which is what we want. That one's called Gwen, and she's having a little barging her way through, and Nick's giving him a brush because in the wintertime it's the best opportunity for us to get them to be more quiet around us, because they'll stand at the feeder and be brushed and handled a bit more. So starting the day with a cool morning and a misty scene. Just waiting for the sun to rise over here. But it's really nice, really peaceful. I particularly enjoy this nice, calm, still, clear weather. And here comes the sunrise. So it's Sunday the 27th. And yeah, this is the first sun since we've changed into the British winter time, or whatever you want to call it, where the clocks have gone back. So the sun is an hour earlier, and now the evenings are going to be darker. Welcome to the sun. Good morning. The birds are singing. It is gloomy. We don't have sunshine, but it's not a bad morning, really. There's a little bit of sun behind me, a little bit of brightness. We're just getting ready to take our wool from shearing. So shearing was in July, was it? And we're just getting ready to take the wool to the wool depot, which is just another farm basically, where it'll get weighed, and then we'll find out how much we get for it. And it's normally another disappointing day when you get your money for your wool, but it's better than a bill, I suppose. A little bit of money coming in, but yeah, it's disappointing, and it's another reflection of how crap the industry is, because we've got to do the work and produce the wool, and somewhere along the line wool becomes more of a premium product, but it's not when it belongs to the farmer. So here's the wool, 3 bags full, ready to go. So we've got £100 for the wool, which is less than it costs to have the sheep sheared. And then on shearing day, there was Nick and I and a friend who were all effectively giving our time up for nothing. So it really doesn't add up. These are more chilled this morning. This group of cattle, we've been strip feeding them by just moving the electric fence bit by bit to encourage them to eat off an area before moving on and trampling another area. And then once that grass is gone, They are then going to be on round bale feeding like the cows on the moor. At the moment we're experiencing this really, really still, calm weather. No sun, no rain, not really any wind. It's just hanging like atmosphere, and can't really see in the distance. But yeah, it's strange, and I think that it leads me to believe or predict that we're going to have a random change of weather, and I think we'll have some snow fairly early on in the winter time. That's just my prediction, because in the past I think there's been times when it's been like this, very still, very calm, very dry, very mild, and then it's had a bit of a dramatic change. And this is the gloomy weather that I think a lot of the UK was experiencing. Just days and days and days of this strange, misty, hanging atmosphere. And it was sort of described as high pressure, but really, I guess it was very steady, constant weather, but very depressing, not to see the sky and just feeling almost like we're trapped under this really heavy, gloomy cloud with no light. That it is in fact good stuff. So it's another day of depressing grey, just no sky, no sun. So we're starting winter feeding these cattle today. So the ones up there on the moor, they started a couple of weeks ago, but these have had this field to graze off, and we're satisfied they've pretty much done it now. So they're all having a good moo. They're all having a good go. And we're going to try something different for the first time. Why not? We're going to not use a ring feeder, and we're going to try the method of rolling out the bale. This is our new swinging gate as well, ready for the season. So this is the one that we were working on a couple of weeks ago. So Nick's just backing in, and yeah, we're going to roll out the hay because I've seen other people doing it, and it's just an alternative way of feeding. It avoids you having like these really condensed areas where they just trample and it gets really, really muddy. So we just thought we'll try it. We're on a slope, it's fairly well draining, it's been really dry. So yeah, we can only try these things and see how they work. So this is a smaller group. We've only got four mature cows, one calf, and then these are this year's calves. So I don't know how fast they'll get through the hay. We'll just have to wait and see. This one looks like he's been in the undergrowth. Turn the tractor off then. So yes, what do we do now?
So I think you just have to sort of like find where it starts to peel.
It's obviously and try not to roll it through any poo. There's poo there.
You just have to roll it. I don't think you have to be that fussy. You can't really pick and choose where it goes. We can try and steer it if you want, but...
Yeah. So yeah, is that it then? Are we just going to roll it?
Right here.
Yeah.
Coming away?
Yeah, it's coming away.
Watch out, guys.
Come on, send it. Send it! Can I have a go? Or is it just going to go on its own? They're scared of it.
I don't know if you need to roll it all out. Oh, they might roll it out some more.
April's being territorial about it already. Feet firmly on it, that's perfect. Yeah, the idea was supposed to be that it would cause less sort of like damage to the field and be less muddy and concentrated, and that bit, oh. That bit's been regurgitated. We'll just have to see how it goes. We can't really do any more than that, can we?
No.
Elderberry's never eaten hay before. We've got 11 cows on the moor and they've got 2 ring feeders, and even though there's plenty of space for them all to stand round, they're still very dominant, and sort of the bigger ones push the smaller ones out of the way. They have quite a strong pecking order, so at least this method would just allow the cows to be more spread out and hopefully less jostling around the feeder and less ones getting pushed out, that kind of thing. But yeah, April seems to be quite dominant these days. We've had this gloomy, foggy, misty, very grey or white conditions for, I don't know, 2 weeks. I think even before the lamb sale, which was the end of October, we had this. And then we had a sunny weekend on the 27th of October, and it was glorious. And then after then, the fog has been back. And so it's been a fortnight now, really, of like predominantly just this. And we haven't seen the sky or the sun at all here since last Friday afternoon, so that's a week. And it's just strange really, because we're not having really any wind, any rain, and we do, we notice these things when they seem a bit unusual, and it definitely seems unusual, but the weather continues to surprise and amaze us.
No.
So this calf over here, the one with its head down, we don't think it's very well. So I was filming, we're putting the bale out, we're rolling the bale out, and then I just noticed one of the calves just looked a bit dull and a bit off colour. So I stopped filming and went into kind of action mode. Ended up speaking to the vet, and the vet recommending that we treat the calf for pneumonia, which was kind of what I was worried about, that it could be. So we created a little pen in the corner of the field, parked the trailer in it, and then we managed to get the calf in the trailer and inject it with some antibiotics and anti-inflammatories. So hopefully it won't go any more downhill. It's always a bit of a worry. But the weather has definitely not been good for pneumonia. It's something that I was aware of could be a problem when the weather is like this. So all those people out there that think they're so smart saying this is good weather for the time of year, it's not good for farmers, and it's not good for livestock. So yeah, shit, really. Pardon my language. So it was a bit of a worrying 24 hours, but thankfully the calf seems to have improved and she's acting a lot more normal. So for now, we hope that the treatment that she's had has been the right thing. We're getting a sunrise this morning. How nice is that? Some interesting clouds. These like wispy shapes. That one looks a bit like an angel or something. But yeah, this is much nicer to see. Some nice light. So a bit of an update, there wasn't actually a sunrise because of the cloud, but it was better. It was nice to have some red light, and I've just spotted loads of little mushrooms popping up. On the job today is to repair this feeder, because as we can see, I think my dad broke it when he lifted it with the tractor spike to move it, and he broke the tombstones off. So we've got some pieces, we're going to fix that one, and I'm just going to do a quick count up of the cattle and see that they're all there, that they're okay. Yeah, but yeah, so a better day Monday. And from this clip, I would say that the calf is definitely feeling better. So that put a smile on my face. Kind of interesting clouds today. Pretty clear.
Oh, you're a bit friendly now.
The weather has been quite dry here, I would say drier than normal, and so rolling out the hay as a method has worked okay, but I do have my reservations about it because I just think when the ground gets wet, I don't think it will work successfully, and they do seem to be wasting it and trampling it more than if it was in the ring feeder. So at the moment, I don't think the positives outweigh the negatives, but we can only try these new things and see how they go. That's the end of this video. I'm gradually bringing you up to date with where things are at Dale Farm, and I just want to say thank you for watching, and I look forward to reading your comments. I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit more of the Highland cattle. Bye!